Are you aware of them? This happened on March 1st, and if you're a tenant, if you're a landlord, you should be. So with news that the Dubai property market goes from strength to strength, a RERA calculator update is probably not what tenants want to hear. Will it affect you? That's the question we're asking today.
Well, the Real Estate Regulatory Authority Index for Dubai has been updated on March 1st, as Casey has mentioned. This means pricing could fluctuate, and people living in their homes for more than 2 years could see a significant rise in rent.
This basically means your renewals will become more in line with what's on today's market. According to the Cliche Times, it means also it will impact places that have seen a greater increase in rent in the last couple of years. For example, popular places like Marina and popular villa spots like Jumeirah Golf Estate, Springs, things like that.
As well, people on renewals who benefit from a RERA calculator in their favor could see a change in the near future. That is not good news.
No, so how I look at it is, if you look at the rent discrepancies, it felt like the RERA calculator was always in the favor of the tenant because the max you could increase was like by 10%.
Yeah.
But with property prices going literally by 100% increase, the calculator was in the favor of the tenant. But there's such a massive discrepancy now when you look at Allsop, and Allsop, by the way, have this incredible checker, so you can see the difference in the renewal. So maybe if someone's renewed, they could be on, for example, 60K.
Yeah.
New people are paying 140. Now, for landlords who have it very difficult to get the tenants out, they're kind of, you don't see a lot of movement in the market because people are sitting on their renewals, because why would they? This update could see a very different fluctuation. You might see people downsizing. You might see people moving from bigger locations to smaller locations in the near future, because this will impact tenants, especially those people who are on, I would say, maybe a strong COVID buy-in, like the rents that they got on COVID may not be the same anymore. So take note.
I mean, this is not good news for me because I really want to, we're moving houses very soon. And I just like, we're thinking, because like actually rent in UAE has been really expensive, you know, specifically looking for a 3-bedroom.
But if you're moving, it won't affect you because you wouldn't be getting in on a renewal.
Okay. So this is only for renewals.
This is the rental price market will stabilize, and it's mainly going to affect people who, for example, if you rented during COVID, and let's say, for example, you're in a place that's worth 100K, but during COVID, the rates were low and it was at 50,000. Okay. And because at that point, the RERA only allowed you to go up 10%, it might have gotten you from 50 to 60, 70K, but you're still 30K under market value. But now with this, it looks like they're going to stabilize it across the board, more fair for landlords who, for example, I'll be honest with you, I'm a landlord, small, very humble 1-bed apartment. But during COVID, the rents went way down.
That's true.
And I'm still barely making mortgage, like 4 years later. Probably because I'm not super smart. But for those years, people struggle to pay the mortgage on those low rates.
That is true.
Now that's on a very, I'm sure people are making a lot more than mortgage now. I'm sure they're very happy, like the smart ones. But it will mean that it's just going to be a more stable market.
Well, I honestly can't wait to see, because the difference that, because we are moving, right? I've told you how like yesterday we got stuck on the road for like 2.5 hours. So
yesterday's traffic.
It was impeccable, you guys. It was not even believable.
Impeccable is a word.
Literally.
Yesterday's traffic, like, oh my days.
No, you have no idea. I was stuck on the road for like 2.5 hours.
What time of the day was this?
It was like, I left work at like 2 p.m., right? I didn't reach home until like 4-ish, 4 anything. And I was like,
interesting, because the hours have changed for most people, and you would think that it might mean that there'd be a more balance across the road because people are leaving at different times. For example, our office leaving at 2, 3, 4 and 5, depending on your day. So you would think that, but now it just I don't know.
I mean, so to the RERA calculator, please do me justice.
But yeah, we can think that maybe, please drive safe on the roads. I felt like I'm quite keenly aware on the first couple of days of Ramadan that there are statistically more accidents on the road. I felt like I saw cars, I don't know if they were like, you know, weaving a bit or so, I don't know, or like stopping where they shouldn't have been stopping. Maybe it's just because I was hyper aware to it, but we can imagine that there was more accidents which led to more traffic. Rather than more people on the roads, it might have been some dents on the roads that just held you up a little bit longer, unfortunately.
100%. Maybe they were just hungry. Just like I am, I was starving.
Of course.